Liftoff will start in T-minus 10 seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We have ignition.
It's time! 17 seconds from Game 7 or from championship number 6. Jordan open. Chicago with the lead. Michael got a piece of it. It comes off. The Chicago Bulls have won their 6th NBA championship.
Tying run at second, 2 out. Palmero over the head of Jenks. Uribe charges, throws, out! And the White Sox have won the World Series.
To the far side around the 8-yard line to Hester. Under it and to the middle at the 15, to the 20, breaks free to the 25, to the 30, to the outside, 40, midfield, 40, 30 to the coast, 20, 15, Hester 5. Oh! Touchdown!
Toward Bryant. He will glove it toward Rizzo. It's in time. And the Chicago Cubs win the World Series.
What up? What up? What up? Welcome, Shawn and Maya in the morning on this House Music Monday edition. I'm your boy, the SuperBack, Shawn Sierra. Thanks for tuning in. If you're watching us on Facebook Live, well, then I guess you're following us on Facebook. And if you're not following us on Facebook, what? Come on, man. Go to Facebook, type in Sports Zone Chicago, click the like button, and now you're following Sports Zone Chicago. But wait, there's more. Go to the show's page. Go to Shawn and Maya in the morning. Like that page as well. So not only will you be following Shawn and Maya in the morning, or Sports Zone Chicago, but you'll be following Shawn and Maya in the morning as well. All right, if you're watching us on the YouTube channel, excellent. And if you're not subscribed to our YouTube channel, for real. All right, listen, go to YouTube, type in Sports Zone Chicago, click the like button. Subscribe button, excuse me. All right, click the subscribe button. All right, but also click the notification button. That's the little bell right next to it. And that'll let you know anytime a show from Sports Zone Chicago is going live. Get it? Got it? Good. Now, what do we do? If you're watching this on our mobile app, wait, please don't. Don't even do it. Don't even tell me that you did not know we had a mobile app. Come on, man. Listen. We have a mobile app. And if you didn't know, here's what you do. Wherever you get your apps from, you go there. Whether it's iTunes, Google Play, Amazon, Walmart, Kmart, 7-Eleven, Zayre, Zemsky, Macy, Montgomery Ward, Venture, Woolworth, Weebles, wherever. It doesn't matter. All right, you go there, you type in Sports Zone Chicago, you download it. Take us with you on the go. So not only do you get Shawn and Maya in the morning 3 days a week, not only do you get other live shows throughout the week, and not only are they archived there like they are on Facebook and YouTube, but I'll tell you what, we give you a slew. A slew of articles, thanks to my man Clarence Council III. Big up to Clarence for keeping you abreast of all articles Chicago sports related. Now, I like this kind of party, baby. Listen, if you're, what is going on here? Crazy. What is going on here? I don't even know. Here it is. This is a little nutso today after Easter. After the Easter holiday. Listen, if you're watching this on a Roku channel, well, I like that kind of party, baby. Listen, Sports Zone Chicago, we have our own Roku channel. Okay, so if you have a Roku television, do us a favor. Download Sports Zone Chicago's channel. Put it right there on the big screen. All right? Right there next to Netflix, Hulu, Max, Disney Plus. Put it right there next to it. Hell, we're on the big screen, right? Make you think. Did I watch the new episode of BM? Yes, I did. Okay. I was wondering if I caught that or not. But download it because we're on the big screen right now. Now you can also tweet the show. You can tweet us at Sports Zone Shy. That's CHI at Sports Zone Shy. Now, if you want to follow me, just me. personally online. You want to know what I did? Well, let me tell you what I did. You want to know what I did? Well, here's what I did. I made it nice and easy for you folks. Nice and easy. One handle for Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Snapchat, and TikTok. All one handle at the Shawn Sierra. If you want to follow my lovely co-host Maya Akai, you can follow her on Facebook and Twitter at the Sports Chica. If you want to follow her on Instagram, because you're an IG and you do it just for the gram, we'll just follow her at Maya_Akai. It's MAYA_AKAI. Man, we have a great show for you, but I need you to get interactive. So whatever platform you're watching us on, whether it's Facebook, YouTube, or mobile app, listen, leave a question or comment on that platform. It'll come up here on the thread. We'll incorporate it into the show. We'll put it up on the screen, and that, my peoples, is what makes this the best morning Chicago sports talk show around. And that's you. So keep them coming, baby. Questions, comments, smart ass remarks, because you know how we are, baby. Nobody's scared over here. I like The Rock said, don't sing it, just bring it. Especially after the UFL debut this weekend. Just bring it. Let's see who we got in the chat. Cornelia Squall's in the house. What up, Papa? Good morning. Thank you for tuning in. I appreciate it. Man, that workout was a son of a gun this morning. Whoo, whoo. And that was tough. That was tough. Be smooth in the Mickey Ficky house. That's what I'm talking about. Good morning, Brian. How you doing, my man? Armando Emeterio Lara Jr., he's in the house. What's up, Papa? Thanks for tuning in. I appreciate it. Luis Mejia in the Mickey Ficky house. Rise and grind, Papa. Thank you for tuning in. I appreciate it. Levette Lee in this Joker. That's what I'm talking about. Happy House Music Monday. Yay. That's what I'm talking about. Oh, snap. My Sean Walls in the Mickey Ficky house. It's a House Music Monday, baby. I'm fired up. I'm a little, man, that workout was a son of a gun this morning, boy. Let me tell you. Whew. AC Adams in this joint. Good morning, Papa. Thank you for tuning in. I appreciate it. Yay. Listen. Oh, snap. DC's up in this mother Hubbard. Hell yeah. DC's in the house. Bear down, Papa. I appreciate you tuning in. Man, James Ford in the house. That's what man, we got some. Woo-wee. I like it. I like it a lot. No, Cornelius. No. 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 Hey, listen, I don't know a lot, but I do know this. More of the usual suspects will chime in as the show goes on. That, my peoples, I can promise you. Man, we have a great show for you. 10 o'clock, my man, from the Bigs, Eugene McIntosh is going to join us. We're going to talk a lot of NCAA tournament, men's and women's. Let me ask you guys a question. First of all, who's following? All right, Junior, stop this nonsense. All right, you know where they can go. You know where they can go. Stop playing. Who's following the tournaments, and who is finding the women's just as or more exciting than the men's tournament? Because that would be me. That would be me. You know why? The star power, the names. The star power is what's doing it for me for the women. You're a fool. You are a fool. That is hilarious. Oh my goodness gracious, great balls of fire. That's hilarious. Derek Carter, excuse me. Are you one of those people? Are you one of those people? Oh boy. Levette, what? But you're Northsider, so I expect it from you. We'll get to them a little later. We'll get to them. Don't worry about it. But man, I've been watching the star power. You have Angel Reese from LSU, Flau'jae Johnson from LSU. You also have their coach Kim Mulkey, who's always got something. All right. Then you got South Kakalaka. Well, hold on. We'll hold off on South Kakalaka. Then you got Iowa. All right. Tonight, LSU, Iowa. Unfortunately, the only bad thing, it's a rematch of last year's championship game. And the only bad thing about it, that's not on a bigger stage. It's not next week. All right, in the Final Four or the championship, because this is a rematch of the championship game last year. Okay? Then you got Juju Watkins from SC. You got the women's UConn women's team. I mean, this is, whoo, man. Yes, you're right, Levette. I do have my faults, and one of the faults is having too many Cub fan friends. But in the spirit of Jesus, who was risen yesterday, Jesus says always, okay, look out for the less fortunate. And that's why I have so many Cub fan friends. Look out for the less fortunate. That's okay. It's not my fault you guys ate lead paint chips as a kid. It's not my fault. Oh man. But this is going to be good, ladies and gentlemen. All right, so tonight we'll talk about it. Stop it. Don't be calling me while my show's going on. Well, yeah, Eugene McIntosh at 10 o'clock is going to come out. We're going to talk. Man, how about our Illinois, the Illinois men? Holy cow. Wow. You know, they were excited. They had us all excited. We were tied 23-all. 23-all with a minute to go in the first half. And then UConn's men. Listen, UConn's men went on a huge run. We'll talk about that. But it wasn't just the UConn's men. Illinois just missed a lot of shots. They had a lot of good shots, a lot of open shots that they missed. So it wasn't, oh, wow, UConn stuff, they stifled them. No. I will give them the credit. They helped. But you got wide open threes, and then guys started getting a little. You know what happened? They're trying to do too much. All right, you had a wide open three, and you'd wait for a guy to come out to close out so you can pump fake and try and go around him. Take the wide open threes. Let's talk about that. Yeah, that was. I'm glad they didn't lose by 30. Thank goodness. And you know what was the crazy part about that? You know the crazy part about that? Illinois had not lost by double digits all year long. They had not lost by double digits. It was embarrassing. All my Illini friends were pissed. I know Eddie G was mad as a mother Hubbard. Yeah. Yeah, I was really disappointed. So we're going to talk about that later today with Eugene McIntosh from the Bigs at 10 o'clock. But guys, we got to get it started, baby. Let's get it started. Cue up MC Hammer. Oh, man. Well, listen. Guys, you know how we do. The first segment of every show is called Top of the Morning.
It won't come just when you want it.
Top of the morning to you. Top of the morning to you. Top of the morning to you.
Yeah. Excellent. This is not excellent. My White Sox, the good guys, they get swept by the Detroit Tigers. Excuse me. After a 3-2 loss yesterday over on the south side, Fetty, he started the game, got a no decision. He went 4 2/3. He went 4 2/3, 5 hits, 2 earned runs, a walk, 7 punch outs. So DeYoung was 1 for 3 with a homer. Okay, his first of the season. driving in his first ribby of the year. Corey Lee, catcher, youngster, hit his first first homer of the year, driving in his first RBI of the season. It's going to be tough, man. It's going to be tough. You know, Lewis Robert had 2 homers, 4 RBIs on Saturday, I want to say, and he still lost. Eloy's hurt again. How the fudge crackers do you get hurt all the goddamn time? How? Game 2 of the season? Like, that is unbelievable to me. Game 2 of the season, you're hurt. Again. Again, I have to say, I want to know who the strength and conditioning coach is. I want to know what type of pregame stretching routines they put these players through. It's this is ridiculous. This is ridiculous. He hasn't got, so I don't know how many games he's going to miss. This is utterly ridiculous. When healthy, he can hit. When healthy. That is the operative phrase. And it's frustrating seeing this nonsense. Luis, you might have to forget him, man. Junior. Free patera. Oh man, that's funny. You might have to. DC, I've been saying this for a long time, but they just changed one like 2 years ago. They just changed them 2 years ago. And AC Adam, you're right. DC's got to stay loose throughout the whole game. Listen, if you're coming up, all right, in the tunnel, okay, if you're coming up in the inning, so first of all, I don't remember what inning he got hurt, okay, but when you're coming up, say you're 4th or 5th in an inning, so you might make it up, you might not. You go get warm. All right, you go in the back, go in the hallway, back to the clubhouse, do some high knees, do some, some butt kickers, some karaoke, some active stretching, some walking tin mans, like that. Just kicking your legs up actively. All right, do some knee jumps, do some knee tucks, something. Sprint a little bit, maybe halfway sprint up and down the hall, backwards. All right, get yourself lathered up in a sweat. This is what guys don't understand. Get yourself lathered up in a sweat. And if you don't bat, okay, cool. Well, guess what? Now you can just kind of stay warm. You can stretch, all right, for the next inning, and you'll be loose. But this has got to stop. They have to have bikes. They have to have bikes. You know what I mean? He could ride the stationary bike, Derek. You know what I'm talking about? You can ride the stationary bike. You got the elliptical. You got the run. I'm sure they have all that in the clubhouse or in there to stay warm, to warm up players. I guarantee it. It's ridiculous. Oh, snap. He's in the Mickey Ficky joint. King Book of World in this bad boy. What's up, Papa? Thank you for tuning in. Happy House Music Monday. That's what I'm talking about. We'll talk about that a little more because, man, you almost got me fired up. For the next top of the morning topic, the White Sox, they stay at home. They host the Atlanta Braves. First pitch is at 1:10 p.m. All right, you can catch that on NBC Sports Chicago. That's on the TV side. If you want to listen to them on the flagship, you can listen to 7:60 a.m. Charlie Morton's on the bump for the Braves, and Chris Flexen is on the bump for. I don't even know if I want to call them a good guys anymore. That hurts. I don't even know if I want to call them the good guys. It's on the White Sox. Let's move because you're going to get me fired up. Next top of the morning topic. Cubs with a wicked, was it top of the ninth? Beat the Texas Rangers to earn their first win of the season. 9-5 yesterday down in Arlington. Let me tell you, there were a lot of Cub fans down there. I know my guy Shawn Reyes. Big shout out to Shawn Reyes. Big Cub fan. He was down there. He lives outside of Dallas. My cousin Tony, his wife, my cousin Melissa, that's his niece. They met down there. She lives in Austin. He lives in Houston. They drove over to Dallas for the game. They took pictures, except for the horrible outfits, their Cub shirts they're wearing. Oh, no, I'm just kidding. Now they're diehard Cub fans, and they drove and they met, and I thought it was cool. And a couple other people I knew, Big Moises Montemayor, he was down there as well. Big Mo. So it was cool because the Cubs will go play Houston, the Astros, but you don't get to see them in Dallas because they don't play the Rangers often. Well, now everybody's going to play everybody at least once. So I think that's a pretty cool thing, especially for people who have fan bases that travel, or two that are all over the country. All over the country. So I think that's a great thing that Major League Baseball did. So yeah, beat the Rangers 9-5. There was a they came through. Wow. I mean, Christopher Morel was 1 for 5. He hit his first homer of the year, driving in 3 on the day. Belly, he was 1 for 3, driving in his second ribby of the year. Ian Happ was on fire yesterday. He was a man, $50,000. He went 4 for 5 with a double. His first of the season, driving in his first and second ribbies of the year. If Ian Happ can get things going at the top of that lineup, Lord have mercy. He's followed by Seiya Suzuki, then Cody Bellinger, and Dansby Swanson. Yeah, that's a nice little top 4 or 5 that the Cubs have. So they finished their first series 1-2. And the next top of the morning topic, man, the Cubs home opener today against the Colorado Rockies. First pitch is at 1:30 Central Time. You can watch that game on the Marquee Network or listen to it on the flagship 6:70 a.m. Hudson is on the mound for the Rockies, and Imanaga is on the Rockies. Imanaga is on the bump for the Cubs, making his major league debut. It's going to be rocking now. It's going to be cold, windy. There's a chance. There's most likely going to be rain during the game. At first pitch, it's supposed to be clear, or shouldn't say clear. No rain at first pitch. However, most likely as the game goes on, I was listening to Crane Kenya this morning, and he was saying there's one patch that they're looking at. Hopefully, he's saying that it can just glide north of them, but we'll see. So first pitch is definitely it's going to go. And I've been down to, Wrigley for opening the Cubs home opener. It's pretty wild. Let's not get it twisted. You guys know how to get drunk and pee in alleys and in corners and man, with the best of them. I tell you, all right. I tell you. It's going to be fun down there. My guy, big shout out to my guy Eddie G with Output Wrigleyville. my guy Shawn, my tocayo Shawn. He's the he's a manager at that one. And then also so they were there the other day at the Sox game. That was pretty dope. What the heck happened? I could have sworn. Oh, you're killing me, Smalls. You're killing me. But yeah. And then Siobhan, she works down at Output Wrigleyville. So shout out to those guys, the staff over at Output Wrigleyville. Oh shit, they open already. It's 9:00. They're open, drinking already. Yeah, it's gonna be a good time. Gonna be a good time down there. You know how it is. And my guy DJ Kuko is, I believe he's spinning today at Output. He just got back from vacation. Like, man, like, dude, how do you get all this PTO? Just saying. A good time down there at in Wrigleyville. You know how it is. Oh, snap. Mr. Shorty's in the Mickey Ficky house. Good morning, Papa. Thank you for tuning in. I appreciate it. Yay. Shorty in the house. That's what I'm talking about. No way, Levette. No way. Cool. Thanks, Papa. Thanks, Luis. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to take a quick break. All right. And on the other side of the break, we'll have some more top of the morning topics. So do me a favor. Don't go anywhere, folks. Keep it locked right here. Shawn and Maya in the morning on Sports Zone Chicago.
Hey, it's your boy, the SuperBack, Shawn Sierra, and be sure to follow Sports Zone Chicago on all social media platforms, on Facebook, Instagram, and our Roku channel. You can find us at Sports Zone Chicago, and on Twitter, we are at Sports Zone Shy. Also, be sure to download our mobile app so you can take Sports Zone Chicago with you on the go.
Yeah, hello. I'm really not sure if this is what you all do, but I really don't have anywhere else to turn.
Hi. I don't even know why I'm calling right now. I'm sorry. My thoughts are going a mile a minute.
My kids are out of state. My buddies from the army are all gone now. I'm really alone.
I left the service last year. My mom just passed away a few months ago. I miss so much time with her. I keep getting calls about the bills, and I'm trying to get a job, but I feel so stuck.
Okay, ma'am. I'm glad you called.
Okay, sir. Let's stay on the line and walk through some things.
Thanks.
Okay.
Thanks a lot.
Thank you.
We are looking for a few heroes, mentors, trailblazers, innovators. A passion to change lives, spark curiosity, open hearts, and awaken minds. Help students answer the question, who am I? This could be your calling, but this is no job. It's the journey of a lifetime. Be a hero. Be a teacher.
Every day we take steps to keep the people we love safe, but some health risks are easy to miss. Ticks hiding in the yard can spread germs, like the ones that cause Lyme disease. Mice searching for food can spread bacteria that makes us sick. Mosquitoes lay eggs in standing water and can spread West Nile virus and more. Cockroaches are drawn to water in the home, leaving behind allergens that can trigger asthma attacks. Common pests can threaten our health. Learn how to protect your family at pestworld.org.
Mental health and learning disorders don't discriminate. 17 million children and adolescents in the United States live with disorders like anxiety, depression, ADHD, and dyslexia. Less than half get the help they need to thrive. Help the Child Mind Institute change these children's lives. Visit childmind.org.
Welcome back to Shawn and Maya in the morning on Sports Zone Chicago. Happy House Music Monday. Happy House Music Monday. Had to get the warden ready. She's getting ready to go to CrossFit. She's all fired up about it. I'm fired up too. I'm fired up too. She's listen, real quick. I hope you guys had a good Easter yesterday. All right. I hope you guys had a really good Easter. We did. We were out in South Elgin. We go out there to my cousin's house. Most holidays we go out there. Her niece. So my big shout out to my cousin Marlo and her husband Demetrio for hosting us. So we actually drove out there Saturday night. All right, we drove out there Saturday night. I just didn't feel like driving out there Saturday or Sunday morning, going for brunch and then coming back. It's kind of long, It's a nice little drive out to South Elgin, and yeah. So shoot. We went out there Saturday night, and it was fun. We just chilled. We were watching movies, and so I didn't realize my mom had never seen an MMA fight, like a pay-per-view. I was like, what? And then I thought about it. I'm like, yeah, well, why would she? Why, like she'd be home, or we never got the fights here. So they had there was a fight, MMA fight, and man, she was just intrigued. I was like, oh, snap. So we had a good time there, and I hope you were able to spend it with your loved ones, had a good time, and make memories. All right. That's the most important thing, is making memories with family. The most important thing. All right. It really is. So we had a good time out there. Food was amazing. So I picked up some cheesecake. She said she just wanted me to bring some dessert. So I was like, all right, cool. So we had went to Costco and they had this cheesecake, but they also had this chocolate peanut butter chocolate or chocolate peanut butter. I'm not sure. Cake, or it might be a cheesecake. Man, that went over like gangbusters. And wow, it was good. I had to go take a nap after we ate because I had to drive home. And it was nuts. So I hope you guys had some great food. I hope you guys were able to spend time with your loved ones. Yeah. I hope so. So, but let's keep it moving. The next top of the morning topic. The Bulls. There we go. Only the Bulls. Only the Bulls. This team, I don't even know what to say about these jokers. They beat the Minnesota Timberwolves 109-101. DeMar DeRozan led the way with 27 points, 8 assists. Alex Caruso chipped in 21 points, 5 rebounds, 5 assists, and Vooch. Usually the walking double, but he missed it a couple of rebounds short. 19 points, 8 rebounds for the Vooch man. Yeah. It was this team is an enigma. This team is an enigma. I don't know how they they lose to the team with the worst record in basketball. Then they beat a team that's ranked higher than them. Then they lose. I mean, it's just crazy. I don't know where to point the blame. Sorry, I'm looking at this. I'm doing something. He was having some issues with his internet over there. So, and then they beat teams that are better. They beat teams that are better than them, but lose to teams that are worse. How do you figure, especially this part of this stage of the game? Like, come on now, Stop playing around. It doesn't make sense to me. You know, it just doesn't make sense to me. All right. And again, most of it is the players. All right. You can't get mad at Billy Donovan and say, oh, a coach is supposed to prepare his players. And I agree with that. However, at some point you have to, you got to take accountability for your actions. All right. You got to be responsible. Like, hey, this is a team that sucks. It's worse than us. We need to blow them out. We need to come out. We need to play. Excuse me. It's pathetic. Truly, truly pathetic. So, with that being said, the pathetic Bulls. The Bulls host the Atlanta Braves tonight at the United Center. Man, it took over right after the Bad Bunny concert. They're like, all right, everybody out. Or people in line waiting like outside the United Center when the Bad Bunny concert went let out. The Bulls went in. No, I'm kidding. But the Bad Bunny was here Thursday, Friday, Saturday, I want to say. Man, a lot of people ended up at the Bad Bunny. Well, obviously 3 sold out shows, but a lot of people that I knew, a lot of people on my timeline were there. So, hey, if you were able to go to the Bad Bunny concert, good for you. That's awesome. I heard he puts on a great show. I saw a lot of it, all right, on my timeline. So, good stuff, man. That's really cool, But the Bulls are back in action tonight, as I said. Hosting the Atlanta Hawks at the United Center. Tip-off is 7 p.m. Central. You can catch that game on NBC Sports Chicago. All right, or you can listen to it on their flagship 670 a.m. Okay. Next top of the morning topic, the men's Final Four has been set for Saturday. UConn and Alabama. One matchup, NC State and Purdue in the other matchup. UConn, let me tell you something. UConn did a number on Illinois. Man. Talked about it earlier in the show. UConn did a number on Illinois. All my Illinois people, they were livid. They were embarrassed. I get it. They were tied 23-all with a little over or under 2 minutes to go in the first half. And then from that point on, UConn and into the second half, UConn went on a 30-0 run. 30-0. I'll repeat that for all you who didn't hear that in the back. UConn went on a 30-0 run. What happened? Illinois started, they were missing threes. And I'm telling you, there's something crazy. Like, how do you miss so many threes? And then what they were doing, they're waiting for guys. They'd get an open look. They wait for a guy to come out to close out, and then they put it on the floor and try and get to the hole. And no. And then they try to go in after the big man. You get him in foul trouble, but he was blocking everything. So I'm like, well, stop going in and pull up a step or two in front of him and hit the jumper. Get by your man to take a mid-range jumper, short jumper, 8 feet, 10 feet. Because if you start hitting, you pull up to your big man, okay? Instead of going in at him and letting him block it, and you take 2 steps back and you start hitting him, well, guess what he's going to do? Guess what he has to do? When you get to the lane and you get by him, he's got to come out at you. And that's where you can give it the eyebrow fake and go around, lay it in. They weren't doing that. Illinois crapped the bed. You crapped the bed. And let me tell you, the Illini faithful were mad. I don't blame him. I don't blame him at all. I don't. You're bummed, Shorty. Ilani got their ass handed. They did. That was unreal, dude. Yeah, AC Adam. They stopped. I'm telling you, stop being. I am all for being aggressive. All for it. At this stage of the game, hell yeah, be aggressive, but be smart. And here's the thing that they didn't understand. When I turned it on and they got the first bullshit called in Illinois, I'm like, oh shit, I forgot. They're in Boston. They're in Boston. You're in New England. You're not getting any calls against UConn. UConn's in New England. So they should have stopped trying to get calls and started playing basketball. All right, smart, fundamentally sound basketball. They didn't do that, as I said. Cornelius, that'd be the worst played game in NCAA history. Yeah. Guys, hit the like button. All right, do me a favor. I told you it's going to help us out over here at Sports Zone Chicago. Move around. Hit the like button. We'd appreciate it. Okay. Yeah, but you didn't have to force threes, but they were able to get good looks on the threes. And then they weren't taking them. They had good looks, and then they missed them. Then they had good looks, and then they wouldn't take them. And all the while, Connecticut was getting 2 points, 2 points here, 2 points there, 2 points here. It wasn't like Connecticut bombarded them with threes and blew them away by threes. All right, Illinois didn't get out and run, and when they did, they missed layups. We're like, whoa. They missed so many layups. Illinois should have been ahead going into the halftime. They missed about 4 or 5 layups in the first half. They should have been ahead at halftime. And they said it on the show, too. I was like, that's what I thought. That was my thought. They should be ahead. Kenny Smith and Chuck were talking about all the layups they missed and that they should have been ahead. I'm like, yeah, me too. That's what I'm thinking. And it wasn't. Man. So, yeah, AC, it was a home game. It was a home game. So sad way to end the season. For our Illini. It was tough. It was tough. Bellissimo in the house. Yeah, I was muted earlier. I hit the thing because Mom said goodbye and I yelled goodbye to her and I forgot to hit unmute. No, I like this Paperboy hat. It just happens to have the White Sox logo on it. See, the White Sox think they're slick. They come up with some really, really, really good giveaways. They have some really good giveaways. And the shittier their team is, the better the giveaways are that year. This year, I'll pull it up. I know I have it. I'll pull up the giveaways for this year. Man, I was like, God, that's a funny one. That's a good one, Bernissimo. That was a good one. But yeah, the giveaways this year, I was like, I'm impressed. I am impressed with what they're giving away this year at Sox Park. I was like, man, I might have to go get a $3 ticket or something. I'll find it and I'll put it back up. Bellissimo's on one today. Usually the trades are giveaways. But yeah, they got a couple of nice giveaways this year that I'm gonna have to, I'm gonna have to go. No, Junior, that's only in Boys Town. Sorry. Nope. You do realize Wrigley Field is in Boys Town, right? Just same neighborhood. You're in the same neighborhood. Yeah. So good try, but no. Never mind. I won't even go there. I won't even go there because that's going to be crazy. Well, the next top of the morning topic tonight, the women's Final Four will be set tonight as South Kakalaka and North NC State have advanced. And man, oh man, oh man, defending champ LSU. This is the game of the year. LSU and Angel Reese, the defending champ Louisiana State Lady Tigers, and Angel Reese take on Iowa and Caitlin Clark. All right, this game was a phenomenal game to watch last year, and you saw the girls talking trash. I thought that was fine. I'm cool with it. Caitlin Clark is fine with it. Angel Reese is fine with it. It's just the old get off my lawn people, which I'm part of that group, but I played sports, so I get talking trash. They're the ones who have the issue with it. Tip off at 6 o'clock Central tonight. You can catch that on ESPN. And man, the only bad thing about it is that it's not happening in the Final Four. That's the only bad thing about it. Man, that is the only bad thing about it because that would be perfect. If it was not on a big enough stage. Not. But I think it's the fifth time that they've met, that the participants in the national championship game in the women's division have met up again the following season in the tournament. So, yeah, it should be. Both teams are they're ready. They're rolling. Obviously, you get this far, but they're rolling, and I love it. I love it. From all the hype from last year, okay? It's the hype from last year and the trash talking and Angel Reese pointing at a ring finger saying we're getting a ring or not. So now they're matching up again. And my mom loves Caitlin Clark. I told you my mom's a sports junkie. So anytime Caitlin's on, she loves it. So they played Saturday, so she was like, and LSU played first. And she's like, oh, and she said, yeah, they were in the championship game last year. She goes, what about the other team? Where are they playing? Are they still in the tournament? I said, no, they're next. They're in the same region. And she didn't know. She didn't realize it. So yeah, it's going to be dope. I'm excited. And then you got Juju Watkins on the other side tonight, taking on the UConn women's team. USC's Juju Watkins and UConn. USC's the number 1 seed in the Region 3. You know what's really weird? Why are they... So Region 1 and Region 2, this is kind of... it's a moot point. No one matters. But like the region, they call it Region 1, Region 2, and they're both in Albany. Region 3 and Region 4, they're both in Portland. I don't know. It just doesn't make sense. I don't know, but what the hell do I know? But it's going to be, man, I'll tell you what, we're going to have more talk on this on the other side of the break because we're going to take a quick break, and my man Eugene McIntosh is going to join us. We're going to talk both the men's and the women's NCAA tournament because tonight I'll be parked in front of my couch, or not in front, on my couch in front of my TV, checking out these games. The women's, the first matchup, like I said, that's at 6 o'clock. And that's on ESPN. And that's coming from Albany. And then the second matchup tonight is the 8 o'clock. And that's coming from Oregon, so 6 o'clock over there. And that's USC and UConn. It's going to be good. It's going to be fun. It's going to be exciting. Then you have the Bulls as well, who probably won't be as good. Got a lot of basketball. I'm fired up. Got some baseball happening today as well. What time do the White Sox play? Did they play 110 today too? Yeah, White Sox are at 110. Cubs are at 120. So what was funny is a friend of mine went to the game, and I knew it was going to be like this. He went to the game yesterday and there was nobody there. All part of it was Easter. But the biggest part is that the Sox suck and no one wants to go. I give Jerry their money. Oh, my goodness. Yep, Shorty, parallel parking in front of my couch. Barelissimo, you're on one today, boy. You been drinking or something? I hear Caleb is watching USC wearing a tiara tonight. Oh, man. Oh, my goodness. That's hilarious. Yeah, Kim Mulkey does have some shit going on. LA Times released an article about her, and it was good. I liked it. I should say that. Let me take that. Let me backtrack. I haven't read it yet, but it was good. When I said I liked it, I liked what Kim Mulkey said. That's what I meant to say. Her response to the article was good. I liked what she said. She said in the article they talked about. Actually said do this in the article. She said that she was attacking the author because she said she had an issue with attacking. Oh, wow. That's what it is. Oh, my goodness. That's what it is. She had an issue attacking 18 to 21-year-olds. She's like, you can attack me. She goes, that's part of the gig. You know, we understand it comes with the territory. She said, but don't attack 18-year-old girls. And they call them dirty debutantes. And she said, Google dirty debutantes and see what comes up. Well, what it is, Dirty Debutantes was the name of a porn movie. And she's like, that's just completely disrespectful, to my girls, which I agree. So, but listen, let's take a quick break. We'll talk more about it because, man, we're going to talk this. We're going to talk, Juju Watkins versus and USC versus UConn. We're going to talk LSU and Iowa. We're going to talk about South Kakalaka already in the Final Four. Let me tell you something. There's There was a stat they had yesterday, and I'm going to leave you with this one stat. We're going to talk to Gino on the other side of the break, other side of this really short break, about this stat. And I don't know if he saw it, and he may have. He might have been at Wrigley Field, so he may not have. In the last 3 years, University of South Carolina's women program, including yesterday's win, their record is 107-3. Yeah, I'll repeat that again. In the last 3 years, including yesterday's win, South Carolina their record is 107-3. What the fudge crackers is that all about? I posted on Facebook, Dawn Staley is the Mickey Ficky truth. And one loss was in the Final Four last year. Back to back. We'll get into it some more with my man Gino. Don't go anywhere, folks. Gino's coming up next from the Bigs, Gene McIntosh. All right, keep it locked right here. Shawn and Maya in the morning on Sports Zone Chicago.
Off the fake. Fields against the grain. Finds Jesse James. Field. With time. Delivers down the field. Big one-way to Fields stumbling. Trying to cut it back. Justin Fields making magic happen. There goes Fields. Touchdown!
911, operator 901. Where's the emergency?
127 Brynmere.
Okay, what's going on there?
I'd like to order a pizza for delivery.
Ma'am, you've reached 911. This is an emergency line.
Large with half pepperoni, half mushrooms.
You know you've called 911. This is an emergency line.
Do you know how long it'll be?
Okay, ma'am, is everything okay over there? Do you have an emergency or not?
Yes.
And you're unable to talk because...
Right.
Okay, is there someone in the room with you? Just say yes or no.
Yes.
Okay, it looks like I have an officer about a mile from your location. Are there any weapons in your house?
No.
Can you stay on the phone with me?
No. See you soon. Thank you.
Hey, it's your boy.
Gyro pressure stops reactor strand.
Yes, Wi-Fi. Hate this.
Center FedEx 463. Yeah, we just got a cargo fire ready.
Welcome back to Shawn and Maya in the morning on Sports Zone Chicago. You know what? I forgot that was one of our commercial blocks. I gotta tell Steve-O to take those clips of Justin Fields off. Man, that hurts. But anyway, my next guest, man, is a good friend of the program. I'm fired to have him up. Talking to us. He's heading down to Wrigley Field for the game today, the home opener. It's gonna be lit. You know how Cub fans do. Opening day is, man, it's the home opener. It's gonna be crazy. So my next guest is a good friend of the program. You've seen him on here many times. He's co-founder of the Bigs. You can find him on Twitter at Stay Humble. Guys, let's welcome back to Shawn and Maya, our guy, Eugene McIntosh. Gino, what's up, Papa? How are you?
Shawn, what's good, my brother?
Man, whew. How was your Easter, first and foremost?
Man, Easter was good, man. I had the boy out in the front yard doing his Easter egg hunt and threw his Easter fit on, so everything was lovely, man. How about you?
Good. Mine was good. I got some new shoes on Saturday. I was fired up to wear them jokers, boy.
Uh-oh.
You couldn't tell me nothing.
I was about to say, I know you can't tell you nothing, man.
You couldn't tell me nothing, boy. I was at church like I almost took my shoes off and just held them.
Slow down, man.
I was like, I clean up well in case you Mickey Pickies forgot. I clean up well.
Hey, you know I know, man. I follow the SuperBack, man. I see you on the daily, man, so I know how you get down.
Man, it was good. Went to my cousin's house, had a food coma. Man, she made some chicken and some salsa verde, like some green chile. She made some pot roast. We had mac and cheese. She had masticholi. Oh, dude, it was crazy. And then I bought some. I was a dessert guy, so I bought cheesecake and a chocolate peanut butter cake from Costco.
Oh man.
Man. As soon as I ate, about 10 minutes later, I'm like, you know what? Because we went up there Saturday. We went out there Saturday. I'm like, because I didn't want to drive up there Sunday and then come back Sunday. So we went up Saturday. About 10, 15 minutes, I was like, all right, man, I'm going back down to the room. I'll see you. So, yeah, Easter was good, man. And I'm glad you and the little one had a good time as well. And we watched college basketball all day Saturday. We watched college basketball all day Sunday. Man, dude, is it me or is this women's tournament just as exciting or maybe even more exciting than the men's?
I would say it's definitely at least as exciting. Some people are saying that. Some people are saying that it's more exciting. I feel like the names, the names are ringing harder on the women's side when you talk about obviously Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese and Paige Beckers and Caitlin
Juju Watkins.
Juju Watkins, yeah. So, and we all know about South Carolina. So, I enjoy the college game for what it's worth. So, I'm definitely looking forward to see what's gonna happen tonight with with
LSU Iowa
and Iowa. Yeah, the rematch, man. So it should be a good one.
Yeah, the only thing is that it's not on a bigger stage. It's not happening in the Final Four, but I guess we can't have everything we want. You know what I mean? And then Juju as well. She's the second game at 8:00, or I guess right after the first game. They're in Portland, but she's taking on the UConn women's team, and that's no slouch either. Both the men's and UConn's going for the women's, trying to get in the Final Four as well. Talk to me real quick. Talk to me about that first game and how do you see that playing out? Again, it's not in the Final Four, but man, you got LSU, and they just got the new article written about Kim Mulkey, and you think she's going to use that as a rallying cry, for her girls, when they call them dirty debutantes, and how do you see that game playing out?
Man, this is going to be a good one. I definitely think Kim Mulkey is an interesting character, man. She was a damn good player back at
she was
Tech back in the day. So I feel like the Lady Texas, man. So I feel like for all the youngest who aren't familiar with that era of women's basketball, LSU has really taken on the aura that their coach played with. So when you talk about talking and the tough play and the physicality, but when Caitlin Clark is fired up, she's breaking all the records, and now she got this Ice Cube Big 3 deal on the table. So I'm pretty sure she's gonna be fired up to have those girls ready to hoop. And man, if I had to put my money on it, I'm definitely still gonna take LSU with the victory. But it should be a good one all the way down to that final buzzer.
Yeah, it really should. I'm looking forward to it again. Just the trash talking, and I'm okay with the trash talking. I think you might be as well, because we played basketball. We understand it's part. We played sports, and it's prevalent throughout sports. It doesn't matter what sport it is. And so I'm cool with it. And Caitlin Clark got no problem with it. Angel Reese got no problem. You know what I'm saying? It's just just what they do. It's what you do when you're a stud and you're a hooper. You're a good baseball player, a basketball player, a hockey. I mean, you talk trash. It's cool, and so I have no problem with that. I'm looking forward to the second game. first game for definitely I'm excited about, but also the second game, man. Juju Watkins and the USC Trojans, #1 in that region as well, taking on the UConn women's team. Man, they have a long history. Gino Auriemma. Talk to me about that game. How do you see that game going?
Well, you know, UConn's probably been the most decorated women's team over the last maybe 20 years with all the pros that they put out. And like we said, Gino Auriemma, we already know his resume. And, you know, I like how he came out and said, yeah, we all talking about Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese and Juju, but I got the best player in the nation in Paige Beckers. And I do feel like she's a little bit, I wouldn't say underrated, but she definitely hasn't gotten the fanfare that the other three girls have gotten, have gotten. So I'm pretty sure, you know, she knows that, especially with social media and all of the hype that that they have been getting lately. You know, she knows what time it is, so she's coming in there ready to try to lead her team to to a Final Four. As far as Juju, I love Juju. She's she's a one of one. I've been following her for a few years now, way back to her high school days. The only thing I would want to see a little bit better from Juju is for her to be a little more efficient. She takes a lot of shots. I think the last game she was 8 for 28, which is, you know, if that's the game plan, if that's, you know, if the coaches and our teammates are fine with it, long as it leads to a victory at the end of the day, that's really all that matters. But if Juju could be just a little bit more efficient, I think that would bode well for USC's chances tonight at UConn, because UConn, you know, they're a team that they're not going to beat themselves. So USC is going to have to come out with a serious game plan if they plan on advancing.
Yeah, UConn is fundamentally sound, you know, and I've always been a big fan of Gino, you Gino, as well as Gio Auriemma, but the way he coaches and he talks about, you know, when they go and they scout girls, he said they look at body language. He goes, we know what they can do, but he goes and scouts body language. Like, are you up cheering your teammates when they're in? If you're not in, or if you foul out, or if you're in you know, or the subs are in, are you up cheering them as loud as they're cheering you? He said, because it's about being a team and about supporting your teammates. He said, and if you're not that type of person to get up and support your teammates when they're supporting you, he's like, they stay away from them. I think that's awesome. I think it shows how important it is to be a member of a team. Just, you know what I mean? I think that's great. I've always liked him. You know, remember him and Pat Summitt with them battles back in the day with Tennessee and UConn. You know, when Pat Summitt was on the downside of her career and he was on the upside, and they clashed a lot. You know, with the Rebecca Lobos and the Candace Parkers and all those. Those are some crazy times. Let's go to the two teams that already punched their ticket to the Final Four. Man, talk to me about South Kakalaka, man. Dawn Staley ain't no Mickey Ficky joke. She just coached. She had a great women's coach. She's a great coach, period.
I agree, man. Dawn Staley was one of my – Teresa Witherspoon and Dawn Staley were my favorite two women's college basketball players. And again, just like we talked about LSU and Kim Mulkey, I feel like the same with Dawn Staley in South Carolina, her being that kid from Philadelphia. The South Carolina girls, they play the exact same way Dawn Staley did when she was at Virginia back in the day. So it's gonna be tough, man. And I don't see South Carolina losing to anyone. Like you said, that stat over the last 3 years is just simply unbelievable how cold South Carolina has been. And you got to give kudos to Dawn Staley for being able to recruit those ladies and getting them in there, getting them to buy into a system. All of those girls are McDonald's All-Americans. They could easily go somewhere else and be the stars. But when you can get, a recruiting class like that to come in and buy into what, what you really believe in, and that's being a team, and everyone, if one shines, we all shine, you know, and that's the motto, and that's how it's been for South Carolina. And I definitely see them going all the way for a third time in 4 years.
Man, I hope so. Man, that's why I say this. We'll talk about the men in a second, but that's why I say that the star power is there. The star power is there. Like I'm so fired up, and it's not that it's not there with the men's when you got Purdue over there, but man, big time players make big time plays in big time games, and they got these big time players have gotten their teams back for two of them, at least for the women. One of them in Iowa and LSU, another big star is going to be there. I'm really fired up about it, man. That's going to be it's just exciting, man, because it's more fundamental. All right, they're not high flyers like the guys, and they can hit some threes though. Let's not get it twisted. They'll shoot your eye out. Let's not get that twisted. But I just love the fundamentals. I love the passing. I love the defense. I love the team defense. This has really got me. It got me fired up. I think it's a great thing, such a phenomenal thing for women's basketball. I think it started taking off last year. All right, a couple years ago here in Chicago, when the Sky finally won the WNBA title, and then you had last year when the final the matchup between LSU and Iowa, and then this year more and more stars. I think it's really setting up women's basketball for women's college basketball in general to really take off and get more viewership, more support, which I think is really important.
I agree 100%, man. Those girls can hoop, and that's the bottom line. They've always been able to hoop, but now, like you said, now that they've been shining a little bit more light on them. The WNBA has become a little more popular in the last few years. I think they're overdue, and I know there's a lot of talk about the monetary discrepancy, as far as pro sports are concerned, but now that you got NIL and stuff like that, man, these girls are able to monetize under the Name, Image, and Likeness Act. And, a girl like Caitlin Clark, she didn't really have to worry about the WNBA because she was clocking a couple mil, at Iowa. So it's time, man. It's time for those girls to get their just due, and I'm here for it, man.
Yeah, and guys, round with Eugene McIntosh from the Bigs talking NCAA hoops right here on Shawn and Maya in the morning at Sports Zone Chicago. Talk to me real quick. Speaking of Caitlin Clark, what do you think about the Ice Cube offer for her to come and play in the Big Three for $5 million? How much of a slight is it toward the men's men? Because their salaries, everyone literally is a base pay of 100 stacks. You know what I'm saying? That's it. It's $100,000. So there's no negotiation. Are you playing or not? And then this girl comes in and gets an offer for $5 million. Your thoughts on that?
Man, I've seen a few comments about it. I saw Lexi Brown, WNBA player, talking about it. I saw a couple of the Big Three guys talking about it. Obviously, Cube is a businessman. Cube is one of the greatest rappers of all time. I think it was a smart business move by Cube. As far as just marketing is concerned, whether they follow through with the deal or not, I think just throwing that out there, especially trying, as big as Caitlin Clark is now, I think it was a smart move by Ice Cube. As far as her really competing in the Big Three, I don't really know about that, man. I'm not sure. I mean, that's it's half court, 3-on-3. Mm-hmm. It's physical. She's not going to be able to compete physically with those guys. Now, unless they throw in some special rules for her, I don't know how successful she could be in that role. But again, I think it was a smart move business-wise by Ice Cube. And for Caitlin Clark, is like, how it is, WNBA contracts, the highest contract was like $224,000 or something like that. So, as far as a money move, if I'm Caitlin Clark, it's a no-brainer, that way you don't have to go overseas and play. And, you can stack some bread real quick. So I'll be eager to see, how they follow through with the deal. And kudos to Ice Cube, but I definitely think it's a slight like Lexi Brown said, why not put that money up and help the WNBA? Like $5 million could go a long way in philanthropy for the WNBA. So it's a lot of different ways we could go about it. But baseline, I definitely think it was a smart move by Ice Cube, just throwing it out there as far as the marketing part of it.
Yeah, I do too. I like the because it got people talking. It got people talking. It got people thinking, well, maybe she could play. Maybe, and I think you brought up a good point. Like $5 million could go a long way if it's just put it into marketing. You know what I'm saying? $5 million in marketing for the WNBA would be phenomenal for that league because it's starting to grow. Okay, and then it was growing here in Chicago big time, and then everybody the mass exodus, that kind of set it back a little bit. and you can. And I just think that there's a lot more, some better resources that you can use that $5 million, because I mean, if Caitlin Clark plays, man, that's mouse in the house, man. You know what I'm saying? Like no one,
100%.
Stacy, miles in the house. You got a guy 6'5", 6'7". Like, nah, honey, there's no way. And so, yeah, it was a good marketing ploy, but still. But real quick, man, what about the men? 'Cause I know, look, you almost there. Are you at the confines yet?
Yeah, I'm on my way, man. I'm on my way
Okay.
to the confines. We'll see if we can get this game in or not. But like you said, opening day at Wrigley Field, regardless of the weather conditions, is always a doozy. We got Shota Imanaga making his MLB regular season debut, so I'm pretty sure that's gonna be hot. Cubs coming off a 1-2 series in Texas. Should have won that first game, but the Rangers are the World Series champs for a reason. But it's nothing like leaving the state with a W, bringing it on back home. So we'll be live from Wrigley. Tap in with us, man. Is hopefully we can get the game in. The worst thing about Major League Baseball is those rain delays, man, and them kind of trying to wait it out to see how long, before they call the game. So I'm on my way, man. I'll be there in about 10 minutes, and just tap in with me, man. I got everybody.
Yeah. Cool. Real quick, let's talk about the men. UConn and Alabama. UConn did a number on our boys from downstate, man. 30-0 run. Give me your thoughts on that. I mean, because UConn it wasn't all UConn. Illinois missed a lot of open shots.
That was on Brad Underwood, man. I like Brad, but sometimes he gets stuck in his ways. When he did the sidelines, it was like, I don't know if it was like right before halftime, after the timeout, and he was telling I think it was Tracy Wilson how they're gonna just continue to go at the big fella. And I'm like, yeah, that's not smart, man. After the first couple times when he showed you that wasn't what was gonna happen today, you got to change the game plan. And I think Brad did a good job all year of changing his game plan. But when you get into the NCAA tournament, that you're definitely gonna have to make the adjustments game to game, and sometimes inside the game. And he did not do that. They should have been doing a lot more driving and kicking like they did in the second half. But it was too late, like you said. Once they hit that 30-0 run, they went into the half down 5. They had their chances, but UConn was just a better team, to be honest with you. And I do not see them losing unless, like you say, unless they get the big guy in foul trouble. What I would like to see is it Donovan Clingan? Is it Clingan is his last name?
Yeah, I think so.
Clingan versus Edey, that would be the ultimate matchup. We'll see which one of those big guys can. But I think UConn has the best team left in the Final Four. Alabama, shout out to Alabama, man. Shout out to Alabama. They've come in and kind of shocked the world. And it's NC State as well, man. DJ Burns and the Horn kid leading that NC State squad. Final Four, you never know. This is the best part about the NCAA tournament. You're one bad game away from going to the crib and somebody
ask Illinois.
Ask Illinois, man. So yeah, I want to see Purdue and UConn in the finals and see the big guys battle it out.
I do too, because that's going back to the 80s and 90s, right? When we grew up, where the big man was a focal point of the offense. Hell, even with the 90s Bulls, it was a focal point of the offense. You always went to Bill Cartwright to get him started early, going in the first quarter, and then Luke Longley, and then Mike and Scotty, let them just kind of chill and affect the game other ways. So yeah, seeing two big guys go at it, man, that would be dope. That'd be really, really, really dope. Just a flashback, a throwback to our good old days growing up, man. Hey, Gino, I appreciate it, man. Great stuff, brother. I appreciate you coming on. Do me a favor, let everyone know where they can find you and your work online.
Man, anytime, man. Just on Twitter, follow me at Stay Humble. Follow the squad at It's the Bigs, ITSTHEBIGS. Or just go to Google and Google the Bigs Media, man. We everywhere. Shout out to my guy Herb Howard on that Bears beat with you, man. Y'all been holding it down all year. Herb was just out in Orlando last week chopping it up, so he got some good information for Bears fans. Terrence on the White Sox beat, me on the Cubs beat. We got Chicago Sky coverage, high school coverage. My guy Drew Stevens on the Bulls beat. So we just doing our thing, man, trying to keep the culture flourishing and giving the people what they want. but also what they need, man. So I appreciate you always looking out, Shawn. And I turned a few interviews down, man. I'm not gonna say who. Some stations, some networks, they hit me up and asked me to come on, and I tell them I'm good, man. I got other stuff to do, but anytime the Sports Zone Chicago, Shawn and Maya in the morning hit me up, it's a no-brainer. As long as I'm available, I'm always here for y'all, man. So just hit me up, and it's always all love, brother.
Man, I appreciate it, man. And same here, dog. Anytime if you need anything from me, I'm here. You know what I mean? And I truly, truly appreciate it. Well, you have a good one at Wrigley, and hope you can get that one in. And yeah, it is there as far. It's supposed. I heard Crane Kenny this morning talking. The first pitch should be fine, but it's mid game where you got to kind of worry. But so we'll see. Maybe you get it. Hopefully you get it in. So again, thanks, man. Big time. I appreciate it. And glad you and little one had a great Easter yesterday.
All right, man. Much love to you and the fam, brother.
All right, man. We'll talk soon. Thanks.
Yeah.
All right. Guys, that's Eugene McIntosh for the Bigs. Join us en route to the friendly confines. Cubs home opener today. People are drunk already. It's 10:30. You know they're drunk already. Bars up. Guy output open up at 9. So that's an hour and a half. You know some people are going to be sloppy drunk. You know some people who have tickets ain't going to make it in the game. That's how you do it. That's how you do it up at Wrigley. It just is what it is, man. Like I said, I've been opening day at Wrigley, and then the Cubs home opener. I've been in a couple of them different times just to party. Was it last year? 2 years ago, I was up there just to party. I'm like, what are you doing here? You're a Sox fan. I'm like, yes, and I had to teach you guys how to behave. Oh man, so it's good luck for you. You Cub fan. Good luck to your Cubs today. All right. Yeah. Yeah, you're damn right they won't remember who won. Well, no, trust me. If they win, oh boy, they start singing that song. Oh man. But that was my guy Eugene McIntosh from the Bigs. I'm excited for tonight's games, man. I'm really, really excited for the women's final, or the Elite Eight, excuse me. The last two games of the Elite Eight. This sends two participants to the Final Four, and it's going to be man, fun. If you like basketball, tonight is the night. And then you got the Bulls too. All right, hold on. Let's see who the Bulls playing. Who did I say they were playing today? The Bulls are playing the Hawks. So I'll tell you if they're going to win or lose. Because I don't remember the Atlanta Hawks. All right, so the Atlanta Hawks are behind us in the standings. So that means Atlanta wins today. We have a better record than Atlanta. Atlanta wins today. It's just the way it's going to be. We'll talk about it on Wednesday. But that's what it looks like. That's what it looks like. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it. Well, listen, let's take a quick break. On the other side of the break, we'll talk a little Bulls, talk a little Bears. And there's one other thing I want to talk about right before we go to there. We'll talk about that on the other side of the break. And you talk about making your own rules. Okay? Talk about making your own rules. When you're billionaires, you can just make your own rules. There's a dichotomy going on, an oxymoron, something contradictory going on in baseball. As the Cubs, in their $100 million contract with DraftKings, will be welcoming, not today, all right, but Friday, they're welcoming Shohei Ohtani to the friendly confines. And his scandal going on with gambling. So, or his interpreter stealing his money. We'll talk about that on the other side of the break. So don't go anywhere, folks. Keep it locked right here. Shawn and Maya in the morning on Sports Zone Chicago.
Fields a run for 17. Back he goes. Here comes Chubb. There goes the ball. Touchdown! Jones will walk at the left tackle. Time for Fields. Now he'll accelerate to get the first down and break tackles, and he's off to the races. Oh, he got a terrific block.
For every generation, it has started with the call to serve. Discovering the purpose and the belonging earned with the title. Learning to dig deep and push through adversity together. Defending our nation and its people. It is a life of great worth and reward. But Marines are never really finished serving. Their commitment comes full circle, visible in communities across our country. This is Semper Fidelis, always faithful, always Marine, marking a path for the next generation.
So I've come up with the family emergency plan.
Great. What is it?
It's difficult to talk about, so I'm not telling you.
How will we know what to do?
You won't.
I'm so glad I won't have to remember anything.
And me too. Thanks for this, sweetie.
Talk to your kids about who to call, where to meet, what to pack. Search Ready Kids at nyc.gov or call 311.
This year, my mom got me the perfect bag for back to school.
These colorful binders help me stay organized.
These headphones are just what I need for studying.
These new sneakers are just what I need for the new year.
This jacket is a real must-have.
My parents got me the skateboard I wanted. It's pretty cool.
These scissors really come in handy in art class. These colored pencils, too. These new socks, they can be a real lifesaver. And I finally got my own phone to stay in touch with my mom.
Welcome back to Shawn and Maya in the morning on Sports Zone Chicago. We're in the home stretch. And I wanted to talk about this whole situation. Gambling, sports gambling. Okay, sports gambling is legal, but not in all 50 states. It is not legal in California. Okay. So you can't legally place a bet on DraftKings, FanDuel, or any of the other mobile, Bet ESPN, whatever. You can't legally place bets on those from California. And the funny thing is, and the dichotomy as they're talking about it, is that the Cubs have a $100 million contract with DraftKings. Okay. Nice source of revenue for them. Okay. But then you got this whole situation with Shohei Ohtani. All right. Allegedly, I got to say allegedly. So allegedly his translator was stealing money from him. And then it came out later after that he was paying gambling debts for Shohei Ohtani to a bookie. This was by They found this because they were investigating a bookie, and Shohei Ohtani's name came up in that investigation. So obviously that dude's been fired. I wonder if he's going to jail and if he's going to do some time. Will Shohei Ohtani take care of it? Because I truly believe that if that guy goes down, he's a patsy. I don't think baseball wants their biggest star, their $700 million man in jail for sports gambling. Okay, bad look on the league. All right, you already had the situation in 97, 98, all right, with the steroid thing, and people were just turned off by the game at that point. Actually, no, it was after 97 because Sammy and Mark brought the game back because of the strike. But they have their biggest superstar banned. Sorry, Pete Rose, you weren't this big a superstar as Shohei Ohtani, so you won't get the same treatment. So I figured they're going to make sure that he's still available to play, and they're going to go with the narrative: your guy stole money from you. The translator stole money. This is my opinion. I could be wrong. I don't think I am. How crazy when you're a millionaire, you make your own billionaire. You can make your own rules. You don't play by the rules of other people. Sports leagues, franchises. You don't play by the rules of everybody. That's why sports talk radio is so great, because people get pissed off. Why do you do this? Why do that? And then you still go back and pay for the tickets. Like, remember, I wasn't going to go to opening day, and my buddy's like, all right, man, we'll go. Actually, Southside Zoe, Matt Zawoski's the guy who got me to go to opening day. He's like, man, he goes, it's going to be good, no expectations. I'm like, all right, I'll go. I'm having a good time. Don't get me wrong, I had a good time. But this whole thing, like, how are they, you're able to profit from this? Some teams. You're able to profit from this, and then you have other teams that don't. Like, they probably have a sports book, but mostly it's through the app. They have a bookie, but they have a place you can bet, a sports book next. That's what it was. A sports book next to Wrigley Field that you can legally place bets. So what about the athletes? Can you place bets? Is it on different sports? Is it just not from the facility? Ask the Detroit Lions, Jameson Williams about that. What can you do? Each state is its own entity for all intents and purposes. So if you're in a state that bans it, so here's my question. Can you place a bet when you're on the road? You're not in a facility. Or is it because you're in a work capacity that you can't do it? There's a lot of different things going on here. But it's amazing how some players are going to get chastised and maybe even blackballed or, banned, suspended, because uniformity isn't there. And there's no way to get uniformity because, again, there's a national law that sports gambling is good, but every state determines whether or not their state is going to allow it to be legal. So on one hand, you have a team like the Cubs and the family of billionaires with a $100 million contract with DraftKings. And you have other baseball teams in states that allow sports gambling. in contracts with these companies, and then you have baseball players who aren't or who can't legally place a bet. So sports franchises can benefit from them. Players can't. Interesting. Just a thought. Just a thought. And trust me, once people start to see the amount of revenue that they bring in, all states will do that. I'm surprised it's taken this long. Truth be told, I am surprised it has taken this long. Here we go. Here. Illinois is home to 15 casinos, 13 licensed sportsbook, and a network of more than 8,500 licensed video gaming establishments. Casino gambling, video gaming, and sports wagering generated over $1.5 billion in 2023, calendar year of from January 1st to December 31st. $1.5 billion. Each state. Each state will want to get on board. This is just Illinois. 1.5 billion. This is just Illinois. And this is just sports gambling. We're not even talking legal marijuana sales. So I'm just wondering how long it's going to take everybody in the country to get on board, because people gamble in every state. Every state, they gamble. Come on now. And I just think that it's going to be, and trust me, so for people who have an issue with gambling, my thought is this. First of all, it's your own money. You're not hurting. It's a faceless crime. Like, you're hurting yourself. You're not hurting anybody else. If you decide that you want to spend and gamble your money away, okay. And here's the funny part. How many of these states that won't allow sports gambling, how many of them have casinos? How many of them allow you to gamble your money that way and lose? That is a question. So if you allow casinos, why not sports gambling? Why not? Oh, I mean, it only benefits the state. So I'm sure the casinos have to pay taxes on state tax, okay, or fees. Maybe not a tax. It might be a fee. Just change the word. Whatever. State gets money from. But now you get a whole bunch more. I just don't understand. I don't get it. And for all your crooked politicians, guess what? That's $1.5 billion you get to dig your dirty little hands into and get a piece of it. I mean, because if we all think that politicians are clean, come on. What about parents who gamble paychecks away? Hey, I'm not saying I speak from experience. All I'm saying is that that has happened in my family. All right, that's happened in my family, where I know some of my aunts had been not happy. Their husbands came home after gambling their paycheck away. Sometimes they drank it away, but sometimes they gamble it away. So there's a situation where you need help. So we'll see. It's a slippery slope. I don't know how to deal with that, how to go down that path. Junior, I agree with you. His interpreter was the patsy. It is a patsy. Yeah. Yep, that's it. There's, Ray Lewis paid his buddy to take the heat off the gun crime. Puffy paid someone, paid Shine to take the heat, take the rap for that gun, the firing on the guns back in the day. Rich people, you play by your own rules. That's evident in all walks of life. Anyway. It's April Fool's Day today, April 1st. Cue up Bone Thugs and Harmony. Okay. Yeah. Cue up Bone Thugs and Harmony. So be careful. It's April Fool's. Barrelissimo got a couple people excited today when he came on. Talked about the Bears have traded the number 1 pick. People were like, really, where? And I knew he was kidding. I had an idea he was kidding because it's April 1st, and he was. But don't get caught up. Don't get your emotions all fired up, and you're gonna hear a whole bunch of stuff. With this haul this pick for the first round overall pick. One of the things I was hearing as well in regard to the Bears was this particular trade possibility. Okay. I was hearing this rumor floating around. Again, these are all rumors, right? So when anyone says they know what they're going to do, no one knows what they're going to do. Right? No one knew for sure they're going to trade Justin Fields. Many people wanted them to trade Justin Fields. They did. Oh, goodness. Sorry. There's still a lot of holes, and and here's the thing so I'm hearing this, and they're saying, oh, well, Ryan Poles failed the Bears, and this and this. I'm like, it's not a 1-year rebuild. Okay. And for the record, I still think I told you, you know where I stand. I won't change. I don't and haven't and won't change my position. I think Justin Fields would have been the best person to lead this franchise. Okay. Since he's been jettisoned, okay, it doesn't mean I've stopped being a Bear fan. Okay. I can't root for Justin to lead this franchise because he's no longer here. Okay. That option was taken away from me. So I still will root for the Bears. But if there's still a lot of holes, why that thing wasn't made? And then that's where I kept hearing this rumor. I don't know why I kept hearing it this weekend. It's been out there, but I just kept hearing a lot more of it this past weekend, where the Chargers trade up from number 5. Chargers trade up from number 5 with the Bears. They trade Justin Herbert and a first-round pick for the number 1 pick, probably next year's first-round pick. Because, I mean, that would be two things. You get the 1-5, but you also get, or maybe it's just a swap in Justin Herbert, because now the Bears get 2 assets. And so the Chargers can jump up and grab J.J. McCarthy. This is what I was hearing. How true that is, I mean, obviously we don't know if it's true or not. How likely that is, I don't know. I mean, Herbert's already been paid, or he's contracted. He's contracted. Because I looked at it yesterday. Give me his thing. Give me a second. Ah, shoosh. Yeah, so I got to look this up. So, Justin Herbert has been paid. All right, $262 million. Salary is $52 million, $52.5 per year. There'd have to be some negotiating and some wheeling and dealing to get that under the cap. Okay. Because as of right now, they probably wouldn't have enough cap space per se, not cap space right now. But there's tons of ways. All that, you can. I don't know what the max is, but you can have roster bonuses. You can have, like Keenan Allen just got a $5 million roster bonus, and he hasn't even played it down last Sunday. All right. A lot of it could be converted to a roster bonus. It could be converted to, a game bonus for every game he plays. Or every game he starts, he gets $1 million. And all that can be taken off the cap. So he starts 17 games. That's $17 million off off his contract. You get a roster bonus for coming out of camp. I mean, there's a whole bunch of things. So I kept hearing that. All right. And nowhere. And I'm not saying it's happening. I'm not saying that at all. So, you can go back. All you people who are pro Caleb can go back to your little groups and say, "Oh, Shawn, he's still trying to. They're trying to get rid of this pick. It's not happening." I'm not saying it's happening. All I'm saying is the rumors that I'm hearing. Still, the Caleb people are still at it. So you wouldn't want Herbert? All right. Well, I would disagree with you there. I mean, do you not want Herbert because of the contract, or do you not want Herbert because of his play? Well, if it's because of his play, then it's definitely because of the contract. If he's not playing as well as you think he could, but there's a lot of holes. I mean, you got the center, but only on a 1-year deal. I'm not saying you can't extend them. You're still looking to upgrade the left defensive end opposite Montez Sweat. There's still a possibility of upgrading the left tackle. He's 26. Shorty. He's 26. He's 26. Yeah. He signed a 5-year, $262.5 million deal. Ouch. So, here's how they could do it. His base salary is still. Here's how they could do it. Okay. His base salary. So at the signing, wow. In 2024, his base salary is $6 million. 2025, his base salary is 15 mil. 26 is 24 mil. 27 is 36 mil. 28, it's 47 million. There's a potential out after 28. And that would be a $9 million dead cap hit if he gets out. So yeah, they've already paid him his money. Maybe it is possible. Maybe it is possible, Shorty. Right. But you still need help. Do you want? And then what are you going to do with your number 5 pick? Is that where you're going to get your receiver? All right. You still have 5 and 9. What do you get? Your receiver there? Do you get your left tackle there? Do you get your edge rusher there? What do you do with 9? Do you trade back from 9? It's an interesting conundrum. Again, these are all just speculations, rumors that I'm hearing. Just a rumor. And don't get your panties in a bunch if you're a pro Caleb guy and you like all that and you're excited about him, and stop calling people names. Start growing up. All these pro Caleb people. It would be interesting to see how that plays out. Because you would have a guy who can sling that rock, Junior. You have a guy who can sling that rock with a receiver, with the guy he just slang the rock to like crazy last year. Got DJ Moore. Whoever you're, and who do you get? Like, that's the question. What do you do with number 1? Or if you trade it, what do you do? Do you get Marvin Harrison Jr.? I still love that. Because, man, you can put Keenan Allen in the slot. You can put DJ Moore in the slot. Man, the options are endless. But do you want to say, hey, I'm going to take this pick, and I'm going to build the offensive line? I mean, the defense was the number 1 team in the NFL the last 6 games of the year. And that's with the bad Green Bay game. It's with the bad Green Bay game. I think they've devoted a lot of resources, a lot of capital to the defensive side of the ball. This year, they finally decided to start adding some resources to the offensive side of the ball with DeAndre Swift, with that new tight end, with Keenan Allen. A lot of the offensive linemen they signed in the offseason. The hiring of Shane Waldron, Perry Joseph, Thomas Brown, all these guys, offensive guys with a track record of developing the quarterback. So you've added, now you're starting to add, it's starting to balance out. You're starting to add assets to the offense, which is great. Will you continue to add resources to the offense in the draft? That's the question. That, my peoples, I don't know. Pen and Shuts, Papa, good morning. How are you? So I don't know. I don't know what the issue is or the plan is, and we all want to know, have an idea. And that's the thing that's keeping us crazy. Now, the idea, it's there, but to me, something just isn't right. And I could be off. I could be wrong, but something just isn't right. Why not just say, hey, we're taking Caleb? Because let's not forget, Caleb's there tomorrow. So he's probably flying into Chicago tonight or today. He's at Hallis Hall tomorrow. He should get his medicals tomorrow. And if it's a done deal and the Bears are going to draft him and he wants to come here, yeah, we're drafting Caleb Williams, period. Washington, you're on the clock. Something just doesn't feel right. After his pro day, when the question was posed, hey, Justin Fields was ushered out of here, clear the runway for you. He's like, yeah, well, things can change. Okay, right. But if you're deciding you want to come here and you're okay with here, it's like, yeah, you know what? They did, and I'm looking forward to playing for them. Something's not right. It should be a done deal. No secrets needed anymore. You got the number 1 pick. You got this guy, and maybe they're just waiting for the medicals. Maybe. So we'll see. But man, listen, 2 hours is coming and going. I want to thank my guest, Eugene McIntosh from the Bigs, for coming out and talking football, talking NCAA basketball with your boy. Final Four. Well, the Elite Eight for 2 women, 2 more games in the Elite Eight to get us to Final Four, and then the men's Final Four. Appreciate Gino for coming on and hanging out with your boy and you guys and chopping it up. So big shout out to Eugene McIntosh from the Bigs for coming on today and joining us. All right, I'm gonna end this. Oh, it's almost 2 hours here. I gotta run and go pick up the warden. Guys, have a great day. It's a little rainy, a little overcast, maybe rainy. It's gonna be rainy later today. A little cool, a little maybe even cold. Doesn't matter. It's a great day. You woke up. It's a great day. Happy first day of April. Yes, Patty. Thank you. Thank you, Shorty. I appreciate it. And make sure you tell your loved ones you love them. Make sure they know that you love them. Great call, Patty. Right before you leave, hit the like button. Do me a favor, hit the like button. I'd appreciate it. All right, want to get when I need this. I need my likes to get up. Gino's a man. Yeah, he is. Patty, we love you. Shawn, we love you. Thank you, Patty. I appreciate it. Love you guys as well. All right, but have a great day, folks. All right, have a great day. Enjoy it. Work week started. Don't worry about it. It's okay. It's okay. We'll get through it. You've got through it to this point in your life. You'll get through it. All right. So for everyone here at Sports Zone Chicago, from Elliot Baez, our executive producer, to Clarence Council, our social media guy, and my co-host in absentia, Maya Kai. Guys, I'm your boy, the SuperBack, Shawn Sierra. Have a phenomenal day. This will replay at 8, 12:15. We have Sydney Brown and Lakina McGee. All right, with Second City Sports at 3 o'clock. I'll be back on my first personal Facebook page, and with Nomad doing our daily Bears talk. And then 6 o'clock we have What's Up Cuz, and this show will be replayed at 8. There's a lot of stuff going on. Man, you can catch your boy if you want him. All right, folks, I am out of here. I'm a little hungry. I'm going to pick up the warden. Your boy, the SuperBack. I am out.